Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, we're back at it yet again, and well, you know, it's actually strange that this mini game of sorts I'm about to be covering, what many will no doubt know as Blast of Furnace, yet I'll be honest, I'll just come out and say it. I think this training of smithing, personally, is kind of overrated. And I'll get on to why. Like, this is actually the first time you legitimately actually try and Blast Furnace, so indeed, this is a first experience of seeing what it's like. Before I was like, as far as how Blast Furnace works, basically it's meant to be a way you can quickly train your smithing, probably better than most. And how it would work was that there would be a bunch of people at the back, operating these different mechanisms to make sure that it would be working, and that. However, seeing as it was hard to actually get people to cooperate because these few people would not be getting any experience, or hardly any experience, yeah, it meant that, it was like somebody had to do it. It's not like with mining where, the motherlode mine where you get those two wheels, both of them break, you can't get the ores till, somebody like repairs them. That's easy done, just click it and it does you for another few minutes at least. This here is more complex. You've got to constantly pay attention. Like one of them's to do like keep the heat high but not too high. The other's got to do pressure. Third one, something to do with the water. Like these different things. And it's not fucking easy, I tell you that much. But this is why they've offered specific worlds where you can pay these dwarfs and that. I think it's something like 72k an hour. And yeah, that's a bit like sort of money sinking. And yeah. Basically, oh, by the way, in case you wonder about the weird gear, alright, probably the more bizarre one is the ice gloves. Yeah, you see all the people wearing blue gloves. That's because apparently if you try to handle the ores, like the bars, without ice gloves, I think you take damage or something, or you just simply have to wait. Whereas with ice gloves you can take them immediately, and that, so it just makes it, way quicker. And that, obviously the method I'm doing here is a mixture of iron and coal and that. Now, as far as I understand, you would be far quicker getting a coal bag and just filling up, say, like 27 irons and 27 coal, and then you'd put out the coal bag, and it's almost twice as fast. So, this method I'm doing right here, I think I was getting no more than 40k an hour, which is, honestly, a bit pish. Yeah, quite shit if I'm being honest. Yeah, getting maybe like somewhere 800 now experience a minute, it's just, nope, fuck that, just, man. I suppose there's not much else to say about this game, seeing as I don't really enjoy it. I know that people smith, not just, you saw there, some adamant, gold ores and even runite ores, people of all kinds and that come here to smith valuables, bars and the likes, and also seeing that Petscape, I'm not the only one with a pet here. Yeah, I figured it'd be opportunistic to take my thermonuclear pet devil for a little ride, and that, so I did. So, yeah, in case you're curious, I never actually smithed all 5,000 because I just gave up about, this video was meant to be about an hour and a half, roughly, and I was going to speed it up, but then it's just like, no, the smith experience is not even worth it. I was getting like 70, 80, 90k an hour, but I would probably stick with it. You get a bit of money as well, but here it's just like, no, it's fucking shit. Like, I'd rather just be able to, click 2 or 3 times and just smith mithril darts for, I know, right, it's 50k an hour. Well, adamant darts, I know that'd be close to 62.5k, but nah, it's chill. This is not chill. This is like, you have to keep constantly clicking. It's like, it's funny that there's a big price to pay with AFK-ness and that, I suppose a lot of people have different feelings on that one, yes. I know certainly with that much. And I have my own contentions, as it were, as far as how would you even say it, I've just, yeah, just, you get experience, but you don't get the rewards, you get rewards, you don't get the experience, you get possibly both, but you put in a fucking lot of effort, that's really the case, but here we are, here we are. So, alright, I suppose I've said also what I want to say about Blast Furnace, and it is kind of a shit minigame, unless you've got the right setup, which I don't, because I like coal bag and other stuff, so, oh well. Alright, so, may as well get on with the usual the news. As you know, I'm pretty much looking for excuse on that. This is about as good as any. Welcome on that. Let me tell you that much. Also, that slam again. Also, fuck it, it'll be edited anyway. Anyway, so yeah. Alright, the next video here, or so the statistics says. Alright. So, you know how you get this usual clan show? You've seen in all my videos, or just about all of them thus far, you know, the usual talkings and that, you know, I mean, I've been a whole bunch, you know, Zizimas, Mod Marks, Friends, Mr. Mammals, Foxes, Boaties, Sick Nerds, Mac, Sears, Madcap, you know, Moltplocks, a whole bunch, and also not to mention several, you know, like non-YouTuber chats, like, you know, Sarah's Advice, World 308 Anvil, and also a recent new one, which is actually, I'll get onto this actually soonest, and one called Lodge, but with letters, and yes, that's been a fun one. But to get to the point, yeah, did you know that back, I think, roughly 3 weeks ago, there was a very serious bug for a few hours where essentially clan chats kind of broke, in the sense that they just didn't work across the whole point, you know. And yeah, the clan folks were not happy about that, especially with raiding. You know how you need a clan chat for both Chambers of Xerath and Theatre of Blood. Yeah, that kind of fucked things up and that, because, you know, they basically got kicked out of their current raids. And yeah, this was also very intriguing where one clan in particular got a nasty visit from a group of seemingly prepared PKers and that in Deadman mode. In case you wonder what the fuck is doing in a PK world, no, this is Deadman mode. Yeah, suspicious Chambers of Xerath incident indeed. And that was all fun. And so, that was fun, but as I said, very short-lived. But however, something that's going to be far from short-lived, and actually to do with PKing very much so, is what was reviewed in this month's Gazette, indeed, Gielinor. So, what was found as far as discovering what they had in mind for PKing is two things. And this was, well, that says more than that, but this is two main ones. So, first off, and this is going to be a very, very big surprise, last man standing. But not in the way you think. They're not, I was hoping, I'll go just quickly in this, I kind of hoped they would go with the last one, say, like, say you had a whole bunch of different tiers, you know, tier 1 being absolute garbage, tier 2 being alright, which is kind of what they use, tier 3 being a bit better, you know, like, kind of the sort of subpar rewards, and then fourth one would be, like, the good rewards, you know, but each one costs substantially more than the others. So, just to give an example, tier 1 melee, you know, would be Adamant or Mithril. Tier 2 would be, say, Granite or Rune. Tier 3 would probably around Dragonar, you know, armor, maybe Obsidian. And then fourth one would probably, I would say, be Barrows, maybe Bandos. But the thing is, it would be so that you could pick, so let's just say you went with absolutely really good melee gear, but you had barely anything, you couldn't buy much anything else for other supplies, you know, food and that, so you have to live with that. Or you can go somewhere in the middle, kind of mix and match, you know, so it's balanced in a way that the more you favour something, the more it's going to cost, and that. But you can have a fairly middle ground one that's decent enough, and that, but it's not like excelling in one place, you know, and alright supplies, you know. So again, you know, tier 1 could be fucking tuna, tier 2, you know, could be swordfish, or, yeah, tier 3, I don't know, maybe, that's tricky, that, the food one probably would have to be careful, because that's the thing, you don't want to overdo it, and that, you know, that much is certain, you don't want to, like, overbalance, but that's besides the point, you know, just these little things, and that. But no, that's not what's happening. Instead, they're actually thinking of changing the map entirely. So instead of that private content looking-ish island and that, no, this one is actually looking to be a new take on what is called Ruined Varrock. Yeah, very, actually, I like the design of it a lot, and in terms of wilderness or aesthetic, you know, extending beyond, you know, the notorious ditch and all. Yeah, just seeing what Varrock looked like if it were ruined. And also a nice touch with the Grand Exchange, not actually being a Grand Exchange, but rather the old trading post and that. Very much liking the style where it's gone, and just, I don't know, it's something that I'm intrigued to see where it goes, and that, quite honestly, just seeing how it plays about and that. But that was also one half of it. The other half, actually, this is a really one, I'm actually looking forward to this one too. It's called, you might have heard this, the Ferox Enclave, and that. Indeed, it's something of a wilderness hub, and now, yeah, for any of you real old school players now, like way back, players when I did way back in 2007, it's Gielinor 635, way back, I'm talking actual 2007, indeed, just to hammer in the point. Yeah, do you remember Clan Wars back then, when I was actually in the wilderness? Of course it was a bit different, because PK was kind of gone, so it's not like you really lure, like worst case scenario, you might lure to get Revenant to fuck you up, but that's about it. And that, here it was like, I don't know, it was kind of unusually atmospheric in the sense that you had this area right in the midst of a, world that was like safe-ish and that. And I don't know, it was nice in that, in a weird way. And that, also I saw a lot of people who were like really against it, but at the same time seems to be a good amount of support backing behind it as well. So, could be an interesting one to poll one now. I think there's more support in it, but that doesn't necessarily mean to say that will pass, because you need 75%, not 66% or even 50%. You need super majority, so who knows, and hopefully, I kind of hope they don't pull it, but it seems to be that with PK and that, they've kind of gone on entirely changes in that recently, so maybe that might actually be the case, might just not bother pulling it, so who the fuck knows. But yeah, there's also another thing I want to say as well, and this is indeed an intriguing one, yeah. So, as far as Slayer goes and that, does anybody remember the group Slayer system, partnering and all? Yeah, you remember how they had this idea where to make Slayer a bit more fun and that, they'd let you have a partner who you can do tasks with together, and it kind of turned out it was mostly pointless and it didn't really feel much of substance. That was partially true. Like, I think it didn't really sell the accomplishment that what they were hoping for. And then some smart folks figured out what else with, like, say, really small tasks, and not just that, but tasks that also blocked conveniently what they themselves hadn't blocked on their main. So say you wanted, say, 3-5 other tasks you fucking hated, and they had to be a part of the normal one, and that, say if somebody was just fuck all Slayer, the bare minimum tasks, but they had points to block other ones and that. How do you go about, getting all these points to block them then? Well, essentially, what they did is that they made the use of a count that barely the minimum, but blocked all other tasks that, I think there was it 12 or 13, and that, and then they block off all the ones that main couldn't block, or just, hadn't blocked. And essentially what would lead to, this would be very surprising though, the two monsters that seem to be quite popular do not block, is either Karasks and Thermically Smoke Devils. Now, I don't understand that, because then that implies, I think maybe this is the case it'd be even smaller without Slayer ones, but with Slayer, what they would basically do is just, block out all but the, all but the really good one. Apparently, Thermically, Smoke Devil task is incredibly good for, level up Slayer. Like, I've heard, some people reporting like upwards of 150k or even 200,000 experience an hour. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm lucky to get more than 25k an hour, never mind, fucking 200k, It's just incredibly ridiculous. Like, the fastest I'll ever get is probably doing Jag tasks, because you get about around 35k an hour complete, and I can usually do it in less than an hour now, quite easily, so yeah, that's about as fast as I'll get, But, my god, just this whole thing. But essentially, that was part of the reason why they blocked it, but also because apparently at any point you could send somebody a request in that for, partner in that, and, apparently this fucked up a few streamers and players trying to do Inferno in the Tizkel Zook, and then it fucked them up royally, and then, Jagex being Jagex, they kind of didn't patch the issues, they just sort of, oh fuck it, just close it, indefinitely, we'll come back to it sooner or later, eventually, and, well, who knows. For now, it seems to be the group partner Slayer system is effectively dead, and that. Oh well, but that does that to say. Also, speaking of, oh, this is another one. Yeah, lead on to the Inferno, yes. Apparently, they made a little change exactly 3 years in after the Inferno Cave was released. I think, well, I'm not exactly sure when the day is. I think it's something like about 10th to the 15th of June in that 2017 and that. So I remembered. And basically they said, you know, you defeated Gielinor, Tiz Kalzu, or was that really, you know, pressed and that. Here's, you know, fucking 16,000 cool and, you know, Inferno Cave. Now what they say is, you know, you've defeated Tiz Kalzook. For now. Indeed, for now, like, how does this fucking say, you know? Yeah, and essentially this was sort of a teaser, something like that, for a hard mode. Now, which would be fitting, and that, I mean, as I say, you know, alongside with Theatre of Blood, those two seem to be really popular for getting hard modes in. Though I have my own take on the fire caves and that, I do wish you would have a hard mode for that as well, so you get the regular monsters and that, but hard in a different way, because whereas with the Inferno, you've got the pillars to defend you, in the fire caves, you got fuck all. Like, there is, I would say, nigh on impossible to get all of them and that. Like, the way it's, the shape is designed, you can get some, but you can't get all of them. And I figured it could just be a straight case of being way tougher and that, you know. So you have to take damage. It's not like, oh, if you don't use the pillars, you're fucked. Whereas here, you have to tank some damage and that. But, yeah, I don't know. It'd still be easier than, you know, the hard Inferno. Probably maybe easier than normal Inferno, but it would be... how would you say it? A sort of beginner's kind of transmog. You know, still quite hard, but it's like, it warms you up. It gets you, like, if you want to, maybe you're a bit shy of doing Inferno, but you really feel calm in fire caves, there you fucking go. Do the fucking hard mode, and that, and see if you've got what it takes. And that, so, that's my take on it anyway, but apparently I've heard they're not actually planning to do anything with it, but who knows, Jagex being Jagex. Sometimes they tell a lot of porcupines and that, I find, and they end up actually doing it, but they just kind of try to keep things a surprise, so, I mean, who the fuck knows and that, really. Alright, so, oh, here's another juicy one right off the bat. So, yeah, does anyone remember the Chinese term, the Fukong and that, what was it? Yeah, that Arthur fucking investment company, you know, the British sounding one that's, yeah, pseudo-British indeed. Yeah, it turns out they kind of got caught and doing a little oopsie, you know, transaction with a shell company. Yeah, they got caught doing a fraudulent transaction, selling Jagex to, indeed, a shell company amidst what I think it's called an injunction court, you know, to hold a sale and that. Like, yeah, apparently Chinese government caught onto that and they were not fucking amused, to tell you that much. And, oh boy, so yeah, currently they're under a lot of shit and that. And this also explains, you know, why, I think, with them trying to sell it, trying to fluff up the numbers, make it look really popular. But it does beg the question, I mean, obviously if they're selling to a shell company, then why would you need to impress yourself? Unless they're trying to do a sale out with the Chinese government's control and, well, they haven't caught on to it. Very interesting indeed, but probably 99.5% or more people do not even know about it, or probably don't even care, but I've always been interested about the very background kind of stuff, the business side of things, if you will, you know, being in the finance show industry and all, it's very intriguing indeed, but alas. Alright, so one last little tidbit here I'll finish up on before I get on to something else that's quite big. Yeah, so, RuneLite. Oh boy, there's been some controversy in the past recent while in regards to passwords and that, you know, emails and that being potentially leaked. The former, it doesn't seem to be the case, but the latter certainly has been confirmed because tons of people have been getting passwords or resets and that, asking them, and this is from lots of people who've been real secure about it, and they're not sure, like they're saying it could be the old Conduit database that's leaked again, could be fucking Host Buddy, wouldn't be too surprised there, you know, could be Jagex, and you know, them having a database leak, but I think a lot of the savvy people would point out the fact it could actually be a potential serious leak with RuneLite of all fucking clients and that, you know, bloody RuneLite that's causing all these problems, and I don't know, that could very well be the case in that, you know, RuneLite having, I mean, I know they do tend to separate the passwords and all, but I don't know how they handle emails and the sort and that, you know, just that side, and well, honestly, I gotta say, you know, as far as you know, counts security is concerned and that. I mean, Jagex has always said, you know, use Runelight at your own risk and that. Though it's muddied when some of the Jagex mods themselves have started using Runelight, so it's kind of, yeah, you know, it just used to be accepted that, you know, you just use a official client. If you don't, it's the same as a board. You are banned. That was the same thing, but that got muddied around the first year or two of Old School Runescape Return and that, where it became murky, like, yeah, you kind of could, but we don't recommend it. And then, well, you know it, now, even fucking Jagex are doing it. So it's like, are you recommending it? Like, is this what you sponsor as a former employee, Jagex, you using it? Fuck me. Basically, I don't take any risks now. I've used the vanilla client for all my life, and, well, as I say, might be a miss out on some advantages, but for the vast majority of them, you don't really need a nana. I suppose one of my only concerns, and this is where I fucking hope I am right on this, you know, is that, yeah, with Tizkills, look at the health bar. If that's not a Runelight thing, good. If it is, oh fuck. You know, like, that whole thing about, you know, getting the right points, you know, doing all that thing with it, between the fucking Mini-Jad and the Ranger Infernals and then Infernal-Jad, I'm fucked. Because I'm just going to have to guess on that, but hopefully that is not an issue. Hopefully, but, and, well, yeah, hopefully the phishing email business and that will sort itself out and that bit. Yeah, so, reckon out to be that, and also we'll see more as we get on with it in the later weeks to come and that. But yeah, so, indeed you see here, that's me, you kind of finished and that, you know, only made about 720-ish steel bars because I found smithing here to be pish. Fucking pish. And that, so yeah, you see here and that, indeed. That is me now back, and also in case you're curious and that, yes, indeed, this fancy gear. If you guessed Krill to Sitzeroth, you would be right. Indeed, I have decided to take on this boss once more. Also, no, that's not who I thought it was, never mind. But anyway, so, also thinking, yep, fuck me, I should have done this before. Fucking hell. Oh boy. Well, I'll say, and, alright, before you wonder, well, I suppose what I'll do actually, no, yeah, so what I'll do before, I'm going to show off two things. First off, I'm going to show off, indeed, some Slayer ads, yeah, oh fuck. Yeah, this Slayer ads here and that just fuck me. Yeah, this is another little spin now on if you recall before I showed off the different, was it, you know, the whole fucking jar thing. And that just bloody fucking, it looks spastic. Oh, fuck, my voice right there. But yeah, just, I don't know. It is cute, but, man. Apparently it works, and apparently they say these ads actually do pull in new people, but I think it's a load of bollocks, to be honest, but I might just be speaking from a different perspective and that. Now, alright, now to get on to the not so good news, because, oh boy, I'm going to be quite upset. Alright, so I'm just going to briefly cover these other news just in case, and that, indeed, yeah, that quest thing with Seskyler, indeed, yes, indeed, glitchy Lumbridge and that, as I showed off last time. Yes, indeed, doing Zora and getting back-to-back saying, you know, drops as a Seskyler whilst train Nightmare Zone. Yes, indeed, secret meeting and that I was on whilst chatting. And yes, indeed, you know, this fucking poll I didn't give a shit about. And yes, indeed, me as virtue power, yeah, that one. Alright, brace yourselves because I am quite livid about this, but you have a funny feeling like you would have been followed. It hit. I finally lost a pet, and it happened to be Dan of Kings, and I was like, fuck. If it had been one kill before, one kill after, it would have been a new pet. No. But then I got redemption, and I actually got a new pet. 3 days afterwards, which was like, hooray. Yes, cracking indeed. You know, I should have probably done a little reel, but fuck it. You'll see why, because you probably wonder, well, just show off the bank, like you usually do. Well, about that, yeah, about that. I know that is not the reason why. Yeah, you have a funny feeling like you would have been followed. Yeah, so soon, it was not even 30 fucking kills. And then I got a second pet for this crown. Although I expect that because at least with Kraken, it's a good task, but unfortunately I have to do it multiple times. So I suspect to get more than 2 crowns way in the future. But alas, you have a funny feeling like you would have been followed again. Fuck off! Like really, really? Oh, that 3 times. Like I'll show you here. Not even 40. Like it's not even 40 kills. Like Jesus Christ! And it was after the next star attacks as well. Like just fuck me. Like honestly, you know what I said about Prime back there? I was like, I feel like Prime's really treating me lucky, and then pet, and I was like so fucking giddy. And now he gives another 2 pets. Like for fuck's sake! Like 3 Dino Primes. Like that's like 50,000 equivalent. Like. I tell you, I think I'm going to be at damage case for a long time just trying to get the other 2. Like, Jesus Christ. And of course, the icing in the cake. Yep. About 40-ish kills in that, 40, 50 kills. I get the worst unit from Keltis as well as the whole Goddess Dungeon. Again, so much so, it's only 135k. Worse than a single gold shard. And indeed, to show the proof on that one... Yeah, you see there, bloody Daganov Prime being a tit. Although I do have other things to show off as well, and I better hurry up. Indeed, I've got this to show off as well, and finally, I've got some interesting stuff to show off in this one, yes. And this is all to do with fucking, I forget how we even do it. Yeah, mushrooms, fairy enchantment. I'm probably going to butcher this one up, and that. If I could find the fucking seed dibber. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's just say, forgetting that whole rage equivalent stuff and that, let's just say we move on to newer pastures. Which is to say, I've been meaning to get this little upgrade here for quite a while now, but it seems as though, also I should pick this up because that will cause problems. Yeah, so, in case you're wondering, I am indeed about to get this finally replaced at last. Also, come here, you tit. No! Why, you... Oh, fuck me. No, you can't. I think I forgot to buy mushrooms. Oh boy, let's see if we can do a speed run here, At the very least, I ought to be getting that much. Getting, fucking, what is it? Yeah, this new fancy fairy ring stuff, and yeah, finally get that, so, alright. Mushroom. Alright, 10. Fuck you. Oh, cunt. Come on, come on, come on. Indeed, let's get that. Yes, right. Alright. You know what, fuck it. If I can't, do I have enough space? Yes, let's go. Indeed. If I can get this here, at least I can show you how it is built. And that. And bloody hell am I going to need it. So, let's see it. Remove fairy ring. Build. No! No! Hurry, hurry. Search the tools. Fuck. I've only got 20 seconds. Watering can. No! Oh, you tit. No. Fuck. You saw it anyway, but I left it to make a little bit of a record. and back in what will no doubt be probably a very short video, but hey ho. There we have it. Fuck me. This was not meant to be a two-part video, but I suppose here we are. Oh, it'll be a very short one of that. So, alright, with this extra time, I may as well go over what... Like, yeah, essentially, this is way quicker. And, you know, not only do I get this and that, which is very handy indeed, there's also other places, yeah, Prifidas, Port Sarim, etc. Brimhaven, Obsidius, and Farming Guild, yeah. These are all places I'll be looking. Probably very just already get maxed, and that'll be probably, I don't know which ones would be most useful. Probably Brimhaven would be a good start, yeah. And then, I don't know. Yeah, there'll be a few places, no doubt, you know. Just places like Sarah. But here's a really good one. So, alright. Let's just say I was to do Bissell Sire, right? You know, just say, you know, alright, you know, say just do that. Now, unfortunately, the tree comes up first. Oh, no, actually it does go on, never mind. I thought it was a bit quicker. Yeah, you kind of fuse into the tree and that, which is interesting. I never actually knew that. Yeah, you can't actually walk into the tree and that till you're ready to go. And that, yeah, unfortunately the tree takes precedent over the fairy ring, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I know, but alas, I suppose it's not that bad, it's just, yeah, I'll have to constantly right click it now, you know, instead of like, oh well. Yeah, because I'm far less likely to use the tree if I'm being honest and that. That's why I think some people do personally go for that, you know. Oh well. But yeah, so, indeed, you've seen that, and well, I suppose all the thing to show is, indeed, the beauty, the prize, the treasure. Still almost 1.2 billion, but it's yet to exceed it so far. The closest was 1.198.5 billion or something like that. Yeah, this beauty and prize and all. Oh man, well, I suppose I ought to be getting back to Krill to Cicero, see if we can land myself a Hastar, even a repair, just fuck whatever, you know. Alright, so, till then folks, and good night.